Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be going over the differences between attacking and defending in FIFA 23 and why attacking is so much harder to get good at compared to defending. So one of the reasons why we think attacking is so difficult in this game is just because of the sheer volume of things that you need to know about attacking, whereas compared to defending. So in this video, we're going to go over the differences between the two and explain what you can do to improve in both areas of the game. So in order for us to keep producing videos like this, then we do need your support. So make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe, and make sure that you turn on the notifications bell so that you know exactly when we release new content. So starting off with why defending is so much easier, why we think defending is so much easier in FIFA. And that is because there is a lot less to worry about because you have the aid of the AI doing a lot of work for you. Simply meaning with defending that the AI is controlling 11 players or at least 10 players at any one time. So you only have to really control one player at a time. The AI does a lot of the work for you, whereas with attacking, you have to do a lot of different things yourself. Yes, you're only controlling one player at a time, but you have to be thinking a couple of passes ahead. So when it comes to defending, there's only a few things that you ever really need to be thinking about. As long as you're not lunging into tackles, either using the tackle button or using the slide tackle button, as long as you're not super aggressive, like lunging into challenges, as long as you're not overcommitting with defenders, and the most important thing is, as long as you are tracking runners and as long as you are tracking back with your midfielders, there's not really a lot else to defending. As long as you don't actually control your defenders, your four defenders, your back four, unless absolutely necessary, you just for the most part control your midfielders, press with your midfielders, cut passing lanes with your midfielders, and never actually really touch your back four unless necessary. There's not really a lot else to defending. That is pretty much 90% of defending. There's only a few extra little bits that you can learn that make it better, such as being able to use second man press effectively, being able to use your goalkeeper effectively, moving him in certain situations, whether it be from corners, whether it be from shots. You know, someone gets to a tight angle, you know they're going to shoot cross goal, you move your keeper across. But really, as long as you can get the bulk of those things that we talked about just now down and dirty, there's not really a lot else to do with defending. That is 80%, 90% of defending. Now, on the flip side, when it comes to attacking, the reason why attacking is so much more difficult to get good at and why it takes a lot of time to get good at. With defending, you can become a good defender within a couple of weeks, a really high-level defender within a couple of weeks. With attacking, it takes a lot longer to get good. Now, just an example of one of the reasons why attacking is so difficult is because of the sheer volume of things that you need to be good at in order to get good at attacking. With attacking, the more things that you know, the better you'll be. So, for example, when it comes to passing, yes, you have a simple A pass, but you also have a lofted pass. You have a lofted through pass. You have a over-the-top through ball. When it comes to crossing, you have a low cross. You have a high cross. You have an early cross. You have a driven cross. You have a low cross. You have so many different types of crosses that you need to be able to master. Of course, when you switch in the play, you have a driven cross that you can play as well as sort of just a loopy ball. You know, when it comes to shooting, you have low shots, you have timed shots, you have finesse shots. You have so many different things that you need to be able to master in order to be good at attacking. Like we said, the more you know, the better you'll be. You know, the same thing can be said of skill moves. When it comes to skill moves, you need to be able to know so many different types of skill moves. But not just know them, know how to perform them in different areas and different angles, and then in a split second be able to select which skill move to use in a certain situation that's going to benefit you in an offensive way. Now, one of the things that we haven't touched on that makes attacking, that really separates people, is certain things that you might not have control over. And those things are your reactions and your speed of thought. Now, reactions are the sort of thing that as we get older, all of our reactions start to dwindle. My reactions aren't as good as they were 1 or 2 years ago, and in 1 or 2 years, they'll be a little bit worse. Your reactions just naturally get a little bit slower, and they're really important when you play games like FIFA, as well as your speed of thought. You have to be able to look at a situation and analyze in a split second what the most effective way for you to score. And that's why so many times you get into attacking situations and you make a mistake. You know, you look for a pass or you look for a cross and you lose possession and then you get countered. And that's not necessarily because you always do anything wrong, because you can't be 100% good at attacking, but it is having that ability and that speed of thought to be able to get into a position, for example, getting into a crossing situation and having half a second, even less than that, to be able to analyze and think, right, of all the different types of crosses, which is the one that's going to be most effective in that situation, and then be able to implement it and use that certain cross, get it on target, get the right power, and then when you get there, be able to select, okay, do I need to take a touch? Do I need to hit it first time? Do I need to head it? All these things, all these decisions that you have to make in a split second is why attacking is so much more difficult than defending. So now, before we continue getting on to the next part of this video, if you want us to make more videos like this, make sure that you smash the thumbs up button and make sure you comment below right now with your questions and thoughts on this topic, and if there's any other videos you'd like us to cover going forwards. So let's get back into the next part. So we often get a lot of questions regarding defending and regarding attacking, and a lot of people do suggest to us and do ask us which one do we think is better for you, for the individual to focus on. Now, it's obviously difficult for us to give everybody the absolute perfect advice because we don't know what your situation is, we don't know how good you are at one or the other, but for us, we would always say recommend just work on your defending first. It is so much easier to get good at defending. As we alluded to before, there's a lot less to worry about with defending, whereas attacking, you also have to be willing to get better at certain things. Taking ourselves for example, there's a few things that we've added to our attacking game this year that we really had to go out of our way and go and find out. For example, there was a couple of skill moves that we wanted to learn, and there was specifically 2 skill moves that we really needed to add into our game this year. So we had to go out of our way to find those skill moves, add them to our game, and now it's second nature. And there's so many things that are in our game now that are second nature, and they're just kind of things that we do. And some people might look at our gameplay and think, wow, how does he do that? You know, how does he make it look so easy? And some things are easy because we've done them for so long, and there's other things that even we have to remember while we're playing, which is very, very difficult to go, right, we need to do this, we need to remember to do this. And a lot of people get into some sort of bad routines. You know, we've played certain people that might be attacking down the wing, for example, and they always look for a stop and turn inside. So we read it the first time, they then try it again the second time, try it again the third time. But because it's so predictable, because they don't have multiple ways to attack, and that's what we alluded to with attacking and why it's so difficult to master attacking, because there are so many things that you need to add into your game. There's so many different little things that make a massive difference, and the more you know, the harder the better it is with attacking. And defending is easy. That's 90% of defending. Then we would recommend focusing on attacking and focus on little things that you might be weak at. One thing that we find really helps, obviously we have the luxury of recording a lot of our games, having to edit a lot of our games for videos, so we're able to pick up and watch certain things that might go, hey, we do that a lot, we make that same mistake a lot, we always seem to get into this position and make the same mistake, we give up possession. Doesn't necessarily lead to counters or as conceding, but we're able to sort of identify one area in our game. We go, we make that same mistake. Okay, what can we do? What is an option? You know, looking around the pitch, going, right, where is the option? Okay, is there a pass? Is there a skill move? Is there something we can do? And we've identified a few of those areas this year, and that's where we talked about before, adding some of those skill moves to do in those areas. And now we're so much more effective in certain areas. Now, there's still a lot of areas where we need to improve ourselves, and I'm sure you guys can have the same, can lean on the same sort of experience that we've had. But as long as you can identify those areas in attacking, you then need to be able to add those little things, those little details that really will take you from being just an average player to a good player. And then it depends how far you want to go. You know, do you want to take it super seriously and become pro level, or are you just happy to become sort of maybe like a Division 1 level player? You know, there's certain things that you need to be able to do to hit certain skill levels in FIFA. So hopefully you guys have taken some useful information from this video, and hopefully you guys have taken some sort of form of direction in terms of getting better at attacking or defending first. We do get this question a lot, so we do recommend using your defending and working on your defending first, and then beginning to work on the plethora of assets that you need to become a good attacker in this game. So as we said earlier on in the video, if you want us to make more videos like this, then we do need your support. So make sure that you smash that like button, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you turn on that notifications bell. And if you do have any questions you want to ask, make sure you do let us know down in the comment section, or you can join our Discord. The link to that is in the description. You can ask us any questions you want over there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.